Hello, I am Amanda-Louise from Amanda-Louise Knight, Weddings, Proposals and Events. I am a wedding planner. I'm based in Somerset, usually work across the Southwest, but we also go across the UK as well. So this is my business, my wedding business. So we're wedding planners and we're also celebrants. So this is what we do. I'm coming on to talk about you've just got engaged or you're thinking about starting your wedding planning journey, and I'm here to give you some top tips and hopefully to save you some money. So here goes. My first thing to talk about. What's your style? What's your tone and style before you do anything? Think about what's your tone and style that you want for your wedding. It is going to save you so much money. Do you want a classic white wedding? Do you want a boho festival? Do you want a beach wedding? Do you want an eco wedding? Are you into sustainability? Do you want seasonal? So really think about what is you and what your tone and style is. It will save you money. And this also goes for wedding dresses. For example, I have so many clients who have just rushed out and just bought that beautiful gown, and actually it just doesn't marry up with the tone and style. And where does it go? It's on eBay. So now they're buying another one. So think about your tone and style. That is my big top tip. So you're then going to think about venues, aren't you? You're going to want to go and visit and do those viewings. So my top tip about this is do not let your emotions get away with you when you go and see these beautiful venues. Don't sign the dotted line without reading their contract and their terms and conditions. Every venue works differently. Do not assume. Ask questions, what you can, what you can't do. For example, do they allow candles, for example? Those sorts of things. Will they let you have fireworks? Will they let you bring your own alcohol? Ask all these questions. Do they have their own wedding coordinator, and how involved do they get? So ask all of those questions. And when you're going round, have a look. Have they got enough parking for your guests? If you are going to have a big guest party, can they accommodate for their parking? How accessible is it? So that's your venues. The other thing to think about is, how will you get married? So in the UK, let's talk about England and Wales, because it is different in Scotland and Ireland and other countries. Let's talk about England and Wales. There is 3 ways to have a beautiful wedding. So the first one is from a church wedding. Okay, so you will obviously have a religious minister, you're going to have a religious service, and you will, find your local church, what your religion is. So that's your first one. Next, you've got registrars. You've got the registry office. So that is a government function, and they have got some lovely buildings, and some of them are not so nice, but check them out and you can go to any of them. And they will, so look up your registration service online. They can provide a full service for you. Often they're pre-written, but you can add in some music. You cannot have any religion on there, and you don't get to see the registrar before the day. A registrar could also go out to a wedding venue, providing that wedding venue is licensed, but they do charge quite a bit more for a registrar to go out. So if you want to save some money and you want a registrar wedding, go to their buildings. You will save that money. The other way of doing it, and this is so popular, it's really on trend, is having an independent wedding celebrant. They will write you a wedding ceremony from scratch. They have the time, you're going to see them. There are so many to choose from. They're all independent. So find the one that you have that rapport with and that suits your tone and style. Currently, a celebrant cannot do the legal side. So this is England and Wales, because we're behind the times, aren't we, over here? But we'll get there. Anyway, so what couples do if they want a celebrant ceremony, they just go to that registrar office and they book what's called a 2+2, a basic ceremony. It's going to anything between £50 and £100, and you're in there for about 10 minutes. You just get that legal piece of paper. So call it your admin day that you're going to do that, and then you're having your bespoke wedding ceremony. It'll include your vows, exchanging rings, everything that you would want in your wedding service. They'll also include your love story. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much on that, but you've got 3 ways in England and Wales. The next one you want to think about is you want to think about your photographer. Do you want somebody to do your video and your catering? Okay, so again, match the style with what you want, and they will all vary in prices. Check their terms and conditions, ask them for their style. Again, caterers, ask questions, don't assume. So, do they provide all of the crockery, that sort of thing, glassware? Do they, what do they charge for all those extras? The next thing you want to think about is the entertainment. And this is not just about music. Okay, so this is, you might want music during the day and then in the evening, bands or DJs, that sort of thing. But there's also artists as well. You can have entertainment. There are companies out there from axe throwing, goodness, to garden, games on the lawn, those sorts of things. There are so many different things you can have. There's magicians, all sorts of things. There's also wedding child sitting services that you can have. So if you've got a lot of guests that are bringing their children, that's something that you might want to think about. There's also wedding dog chaperone services for if you want your pooch to be with you on your wedding day, maybe as a ring bearer or just part of your, part of the photos, wedding day dog chaperone service. So cake, that'll be on your list. You've got to think about your cake. That's the best bit, isn't it? Doing all your cake tasting. But again, watch your tone and style. Keep a running total of how much you're spending, all of this budget, so it doesn't run away with you. Going back to that caterer, ask them, do they charge you if they cut your cake? Some do it free, some will charge you. And also don't forget about the stand and the knife for your cake. I mentioned about the attire, to begin with, didn't I? So you want to think about, also what season you're going to be in. I have known brides that have been in the most unsuitable, for that time of year, dresses and that sort of thing. So think about the material as well. So, and I know we're in England and usually we worry about the rain, don't we? But we do have heat waves and it does get a bit hot in some weeks. Think about your timing of your day. Think about when do you want to start, and making sure that you are allowing enough time between your ceremony, getting your photos, your canopies if you're going to have them, and then your wedding breakfast. So you need to make sure that you are allowing enough time in between each item, each element there, and that is where a wedding planner will help you. So all of this, lots and lots of information, isn't there, and decisions, but how are you going to get that information to your guests? Of course, you need to get that save your date, because you need people to keep that, don't they? Book that time off of work. So you've got your save your date, put that in your diary. And then, of course, you've got your invitations to go out. Don't forget to put as much information as you can on that. And that includes attire. What sort of wedding are you having? Are you having an elegant wedding? Your guests need to know. You could think about having your own wedding website so that it becomes that one place where all your information goes on, and you can organically update it, can't you? So and then you could put that on your invitation, that link, and then people can see, you know, where they need to go, you know, do they need to get accommodation, travel, dietary needs. Don't forget that you need to ask them all of those questions, and you know, an attire, that sort of thing. So wedding websites are really, really, you know, a good idea. Okay, a few more top tips. Hen and stag do's. Hooray! Oh, I wouldn't advise to have it the night before. So just think of the photos. So and they're the ones going to be on your mantelpiece. So have them way before, so that you are, you know, don't look so tired come the wedding day. And on the day of your wedding day, it comes, it arrives, you've done all of this planning. Look, don't stress now. Just enjoy the moment. That day is just going to be, you know, beautiful. Even if there's hiccups, it'll get sorted, but you know, don't stress about it. Did you know about confetti? So this is often, you know, I'm a wedding planner. It's something that I talk to guests about. There's a top tip about confetti, and I will do a video about this, but just a sneak to let you know, it's about throwing it upwards in the air, not straight, you know, in your face. My biggest tip for on the day of your wedding day is when you're planning those timings, ensure that you have some time together, just you two. Oh, you'll be so thankful. And it just rebalances you. The day's going to go really quickly, but just have that quiet moment, even if it's just for 5 minutes, where it's just you two. And yeah, it'd be, you know, very nice. So I hope that my top tips has been helpful. So I am Amanda-Louise Knight. I am a wedding planner, and I own Amanda-Louise Knight Weddings, Proposals and Events. We're based in Somerset and work all over. Couples that work with me, that choose me to support them as a wedding planner, I offer a complimentary wedding website page. It's part of the package that I give now. So that's all done, and it is, you know, we put that information on there. It's beautiful, and you just have the link, so it's all done for you. So that's something that we do. So there we go. I hope life is treating you kindly. Congratulations on your engagement and your wedding planning journey. I hope you are having a blast. Don't stress about it. If you need any advice, just get in touch, but I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening. My name's Amanda-Louise. Bye.